hear that, Jen Frederick? If you get 6 hours of sleep or less, your brain could be aging 7 years.
I couldn't believe it more because I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, especially with the royal wedding, all this stuff. We're not sleeping. Hey, this guy knows what he's talking about. This is Billy. He's been helping mom and dad plant all these flowers, getting the garden looking awesome. But guess what? His dad says that's not what we should be concerned with. We should be checking out the house. Could it keep stink bugs out? Yes, I said, could it keep stink bugs out? Just checking out the house. When we come back to Ardmore, I'll tell you all about it. Billy, that was awesome.
The all-new Cherry Hill Mitsubishi
Budget. Many cuts on the table. We'll talk with the chief financial officer coming up.
Jen.
Hey guys, everyone wants to put their flowers in the garden, but before you do that, how about a real brief home inspection? In this hour, we're going to talk about your downspouts, your gutters. It could be the difference between absolutely no home repair and some big drama. Say good morning to Jack. Hi, Jack.
Good morning, Jack.
Good morning, Jack.
Oh, look at him, and he's got his little
big man on
t-shirt and
campus.
shorts. Isn't he cute? All right, thank you, Jen. Sally Ann, you did say bus stop buddy earlier, had on shorts. Not that this little boy's bus stop buddy.
We need mulch and then someone.
Yes, and exactly. Now tell me the last time, be honest, think about it, the last time you've had a home inspection.
When you bought the house,
yeah,
right?
Okay. Well, apparently now is the perfect time for a home inspection. You think about the rain, the snow, likely perhaps taking a toll on your home, Jen?
Okay, this is not that kind of home inspection. This is Chanel Marie Jones and John Eugene Anderson checking out their own house. These are things I want you to do at your own house in your own shorts. Bill Hillman is here. And I said to you, I don't have time, but you say you can get all this stuff we're going to talk about done in under an hour?
Absolutely. Just before you get out and start planting all your shrubs and all your new flowers around the house, take a couple of minutes, take a look at the foundation and take a look at your house. Looking for damage that might have occurred over the winter.
Okay, show me. You got a crack. We're at your house, so I'm going to be making fun of all the things that are damaged at your house as you fix and remodel other people's homes. But you say, okay, so we see a crack. You say to measure it with a ruler. Why is that?
Well, what we want to do is, the best thing is take a ruler, measure the width, and take a picture of it. All right, so now in 6 months to a year, we can go back, take a look at the crack again, and determine whether it's getting bigger, or maybe it's an old settlement crack that hasn't moved in years. If it's getting bigger, you might have problems. If it's not getting bigger, we can just fill it so that no water gets in. If water gets in next winter, the water can freeze and start pushing out the pointing.
Okay, so we're going to move up the way. You say the filling in, the little minor things. Those are things that people can do. You just go to Home Depot or
your
Lowe's.
Local hardware store and talk to a good hardware guy. Get a little bag of mortar or cement patch.
Okay, so the other thing is, like, we're talking about it right here as well. You say we should get down there, measure that. If it's not moving, it's not a problem.
Absolutely. And fill it in, especially a big crack like this. What you don't want is water coming down, getting in underneath it, and pulling out the soil that's holding this slab up. The other problem, if you leave the crack open, is you're going to get ants and all sorts of bugs in there. It's a perfect place for them to build their colonies.
Okay, you're speaking my language because I put it out on my Facebook page that you have a way so that we can try and control some of these stink bugs. You say the number one thing is that's how they're getting in. It's the cracks and all the different openings in our home.
Yeah, they're going in. They're looking for every small hole in your siding, in your soffits.
Bill,
and that's how they're getting
what the
in.
heck is a soffit?
A soffit, if you take a look at this picture, is that overhang from the roof that your gutters are usually connected to. That's your soffit. This is also where you see your birds and your squirrels getting in. Really make sure before the tree branches cover this area that you take a look at it and you're looking for holes, any opening.
Okay, and then this is what I love about you. So if we have some kind of drama with the soffit, we can just like plug it with this handyman foam?
Absolutely. That's a great place to start. Different manufacturers sell this. You can get them at your local hardware store. That's great for small holes, bigger holes. You can take a piece of aluminum, get up there, screw it in place, cover the holes before your birds start nesting in there.
Okay, and then the last thing is, guys, as I toss it back to you, put this fly paper in where you do have some stink bugs. They'll all go to it. Coming up later in this week, we're going to do a whole exterminator thing. But anyway, seal them off, and if they're getting in, suck them on this thing. And so we're coming back at 8 o'clock. You're going to tell us more about, I'm practically handy.
Yeah, practically.
Yeah.
And if you're practically handy,
Practically.
then there's no hope for me. But at least these are things you can do on your own, because the odds are I'm
Right, and
probably
that
not
stink
having
bug thing I want to see because they're everywhere.
Are they?
And the
Are they
first
just
nice
out in the
day you
burbs?
get.
Because I'm in the city.
You haven't seen them?
No.
Well, I'm going to put up a little sign that says go that
Go,
way.
go to Chanel's house.
Because anytime we have a nice day, they
Right?
come out like crazy, and
Really?
then it gets cold and they go away.
Well, you need one of those little traps.
I'm getting some traps.
All right, 7:53 now, a sign of the times. We are going to tell you how Facebook is being utilized in. Thanks for coming in this
All
morning.
right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Jen Frederick, what are you working on now?
Really? For bars?
Yes, are you listening to me?
Okay, Chanel Marie, this is something you can do. Get yourself some binoculars. John Anderson, you probably have them for when you go to the Phillies games. I'm going to tell you what you need to look for and what you're looking at when you do your big home inspection. We'll be back right after the break. This is easy stuff, people.
Lots of companies are taking high fructose corn syrup out of their food.
Almost 20 minutes to 9 now. All right, we've had the rain and the snow and the bitter cold this winter season.
It's hard to think about the bitter cold when it's so nice
I know.
outside.
Just look outside and forget about
I
it.
know, but it is tempting to hit the home and garden stores for plants. One contractor says you should look at your house first. Let's go to Jen. She's with Bill Hillman in Ardmore. Jen?
I am in Ardmore. I'm with Bill Hillman of Hillman Carpentry. Good morning to you.
Good morning again.
And basically, he has me now freaked out. This is like when the organic food people come and you're afraid to eat an apple. You have me looking at everything on every edge of my house.
Absolutely, because what we want to do is we want to find all the small problems before they become big problems.
Okay, cool. So if we look over at the side, we're going to begin with the roofs of these homes. There's moss over there. I know we have an image of a home that has a lot of moss on it. You say now is the time to tackle that.
Yes, before it starts getting worse and starts really growing again, you can get up there. Sometimes you can just wash it off with the hose. You can get special chemical treatments from your local hardware store that will prevent that growth. And why we want to get rid of that is before it starts deteriorating the shingles, and it's going to decrease the life. So we don't want to spend a lot of money for a new roof.
No.
We just want to maintain our roof, and that's something we can do ourselves.
Okay, missing shingles. I see them. We have an image of that. But do I just get up there and get some shingles on there? Is that something that Jen Frederick does?
Maybe not Jen, but possibly Steve can get up there and just replace those shingles, because we want to stop that water from getting inside of the house and causing a lot of damage, rot of our joists, because we don't want to be spending $20,000 to redo our structure.
You are preaching to the preacher on that one, Bill Hillman.
That's our vacation money. It's not the roof money.
Okay, so the other thing that you say that we should be looking at is our downspouts. Some of them are not long enough, or some of them, quite frankly, got bent by the snow and all the rain and bad weather we've had.
Yep, remember our downspouts, roof this size, a gutter this size, man, a quarter-inch rain is putting about 80 gallons of water right there.
Wow.
We don't want that water there, because that's going to get into our basement. It's going to cause mold, mildew, and it can potentially do some deterioration and cause the cracking in our foundation. Again, money we don't want to spend. So what we want to do is we want to use a device that'll get the water away. The other thing we want to make sure is when we're landscaping is that there's not a berm that is going to hold the water. We want the landscaping to create a
Get
flow.
the mulch away from the wall.
Get the mulch away from the wall, keep it away from the wood, make sure that our beds are going to drain water, not hold it up against the house.
Genius. And last thing, you got like a tippy gutter up there. We have 30 seconds.
Yeah, this gutter, real quick, this gutter, the snow pulled this down. It's not draining right. Couple of things are happening. It's allowing the water to come where we don't want it on our heads as we're walking out the door, but it's holding water up there, and that's where mosquitoes are going to breed.
Yuck.
And create a real problem we don't want this summer.
Okay, so guys, as I toss it back into you, if there's branches up there, he says you guys can rent the thing to cut the branches off the top of the.
Keep the
that's
branches.
a technical. You go in, you
That's
say,
a
I want the.
technical
You know what I'm talking about, the
Yeah,
thing.
but let's keep the branches off the roof, because that's going to damage our shingles, and we don't want that. So go rent a saw, and you can cut them out.
Oh, it's a saw. And the last thing is, these are if you want to look for nail holes in your roof and you can just fill them up with stuff. Basically, poor Steve Frederick is going to be going crazy this weekend once I tell him all the stuff, because we have this stuff on our house.
I'm just hoping that man,
Damage
can he come to
stuff.
my house? I'll just let him do it. I'm like, can he do it for me?
Well, you can hire him, I'm sure.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
Bill Hillman can come to your house. Yes, he would love to charge you a very modest fee to come and take care of anything you need, right?
Absolutely, but I got to tell you, in certain neighborhoods, I'm not allowed back with those binoculars anymore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Keep him around the talk.
Yeah. Family man.
Really?
That's a family man. Business owner.
in there.
Nice guy.
All
Movie
right.
coach. That's our Bill.
There's a good endorsement for his business.
Thank you, Jen. Now do I want
There
to in
you
my
go.
house? I don't know. All right, 8:43. Let's give you a live look now.
I was not expecting that.
I'm saying. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Good
both.
stuff.
Thank
All
you.
right. Jen Frederick.
Hey guys, we've been talking about all the things you can do. There is one place you probably haven't thought of. Right there. See the air conditioner? Matthias is going to tell us exactly what we need to look at so that we don't call him at noon on July 4th telling us that our air conditioner is broken. We're going to be right back. We're live in Ardmore this morning. I was going to say Havertown. We've been talking about Havertown all morning. We'll be back in a second.
Fox Tuesday has a special
All right, here at 9:30, it's happened to many of you on the hottest day of the year. The air conditioner breaks down.
Yes, because that's the way it works. Instead of waiting until July to check it out, though, one expert says you need to take a few minutes now so that way we're not in the thick of August or July and then your air conditioner gives out and then you're sweating.
It's brutal. All right, Jen's with Bill Hillman in Ardmore with an update or a little information about that. Morning.
Good morning, all you guys. And actually, this is Matthias, the neighbor, the air conditioning guy. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, so the first thing is there are people that are going to call you on July 4th at noon, and you're going to say there's 17 other people. You say the easiest fix is to make sure that you have the right kind of filters?
Yeah, the easiest thing for homeowners is to check air filters. You should probably be checking them once a month.
Really?
Unless they're white, they're dirty. If they're gray, brown, black, change them. You can usually buy them. Home Depot, Sears, any type of hardware store will have them. The simplest thing is to replace it with the exact same kind you have, whether it's this one or this one.
Now, this one is more expensive, and people might be tempted to cheap out and go, this is like $6 versus about $2. But you say, if you have the nice fancy ones, don't cheap out.
Right. You shouldn't cheap out. I mean, the airflow goes throughout the entire house. One thing that can happen if you cheap out, the filter catches less particles that is actually in the air. Some bad things can happen. One of the things that will happen is stuff like this.
Gets all corroded and yucky.
Right. This is the blower motor out of a furnace. And as you can see, the homeowners told us that they change the air filters regularly. We don't think so.
So basically, I could call you and I'm like, hey, Matthias, the thing just stopped working. And you say a lot of times you show up at the house and it's as easy as the air filter is clogged. That could stop the whole system.
Right. Yeah, with the new high efficiency systems they have, they're very susceptible to not get enough airflow through them.
Are you going to charge me $1 million or are you just going to tell me to get a new filter?
The first thing we're going to ask you on the phone is, how's your filter? That's
Really?
the first thing we're going to ask you.
And if I can go check it out, maybe I'll save a trip.
Right.
Okay, the other thing is your dad has this place immaculately groomed. You say there's a really good reason for that. You don't want any of your shrubs, your mulch, your lawn anywhere near the outside of this air conditioner.
Right. One of the things homeowners can check is there's no pachysandra going into the outside unit. The bushes are trimmed around the outside of the air conditioner, especially on top as well. The way the air conditioning works is through these fins right here. It actually pulls air from the surrounding area of the condenser. It pulls it through the fins and actually cools down the freon that's inside, and it blows the hot air up. So if the air conditioner is blocked at the top, it can't function to its best efficiency rating, as well as if it's blocked on the outside. Now, a lot of people mulch around their house. That's usually, you try to keep it away from the condenser itself because it will actually get into the bottom. It will get sucked through the fins. It might even corrode out the bottom of your air conditioner. So it's just simple things homeowners can do to save a lot of money and to improve the efficiency rating of the air conditioning system itself.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Bill, get over here. So again, these are all just little things we can do. We spend an hour, maybe less, checking the stuff out. Because literally on this, it's just you check the filter, you check the space, and if it's good, it's good. If it isn't, it isn't.
Absolutely. Make sure it's clean. There's not leaves, sticks inside that are going to stop the propeller. Stuff you can do so you don't have a major breakdown on the hottest day.
Okay.
Right.
because it's true. And I've been there with a baby, and I'm like, I've got a baby here. And they're like, that's great. Take the baby to the Holiday Inn and put the baby in the pool, because we're not going to be there for, not your company, of course.
Right.
Never,
No,
never, no. So, Chanel,
Yes.
Carrie, John,
Yeah.
I'm ready for you to dedicate 1 hour of this weekend into checking out all the stuff around your house.
I will. If I can
Yeah.
use these fabulous gloves, Jen, you know Julie, the accidental housewife, she's here this morning.
Yes.
So we're wearing her hot pink
Yes,
gloves.
I love the gloves.
So
Look
if
at
I
the
can work
ring.
outside with my fabulous gloves with
Oh,
the
and you
ring,
can.
ring included, I'll be there.
Of course.
Yes.
Fancy.
Okay.
Thanks, Jen.
Thank you, Jen.
All right, let's give you a live look now in Camden. We're in New Jersey, where
All
the
right, here we
Battleship
go.
New Jersey